Keep singing, Vrinda. But one moment.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Mataji is here. Preethi Mataji, over to you, Mataji. You can talk to kids until the other kids join.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hi, Palveet. Nice to see you. Who else is there? Isha Vikram. Nice to see you back. Isha Vikram and Kasi. Yes.
Kashika, there's a new kid, Kashika. Who's Ray?
Who's Ray? There's so many new kids, Vrinda. Okay, we'll be waiting. Today, the class is by HG Preethi Vilasini Mataji. She'll be starting in a couple of minutes. Who wants to take a turn to sing Hare Krishna? Isha, would you like to sing?
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead, Isha, sing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you for beautiful singing. Now Mataji will take over. Preethi Vilasini Mataji, over to you.
So Mataji, we'll continue on Facebook Live, right?
Yes, we'll continue on Facebook Live. It's already live. Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Once the class is done, I'll upload to the YouTube.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So no record, right? Okay.
No record, Mataji. Just
okay, sure. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. So how many people do we have today? Let's see. Oh, we still don't have a full crowd here. And okay,
Mataji, it's not even 4, Mataji. 1 minute, like at least 4, 5 we can start maybe. Like now they're starting expecting to join in. So we'll give a couple of minutes to start, Mataji, maybe.
Sure. We'll take time. Anyhow, we have to read prayers. You have to do so many things before starting class, right? Okay, so welcome everybody. Today is our first day of the camp. Who knows the topic for the series?
Characters from Mahabharata.
Is there anybody in this call who doesn't know what Mahabharata is? Anybody?
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You don't know. You know Mahabharata? Then raise your hand.
Kashika.
I have
Nice.
seen Mahabharata,
You've seen Mahabharata? You've seen television series of Mahabharata?
all of the episodes.
All of the episodes. Very good. Have you seen cartoon of Mahabharata?
I have.
Okay. For
barely-
those.
I barely have.
Mm. Okay. So Ray Kashika. That's a nice name. Okay. So you all. Okay, I'll tell you Mahabharata in a few lines. Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, my friend would like to join also.
Yeah, of course. Bring in everybody. Okay.
Yeah, he's too shy.
So everybody knows Krishna.
I'm blowed up.
Everybody knows. Have you heard of Krishna?
I know Mataji, he was in Mahabharata too.
Because of Mahabharata. You know, he's God. He's God, okay? The Mahabharata is a story of Krishna's cousins, what happened with Krishna's cousins. And Krishna plays a very crucial role in that story, okay? It is a great epic of the ancient India. It really happened. These events really happened. Krishna and his cousins, there was a big fight between two sets of cousins. And there was a big war that was fought, and Krishna helped his cousins win the war. Okay. So it's a very interesting story. You can watch cartoons on YouTube later to understand the story. It's a very complex story. So what we are going to do today is today and the rest of the days, is we are going to check out the characters from the Mahabharata and see what lessons we can learn from each of these characters. So that's the agenda. Okay, we'll start off in a minute. Quickly, I will say a few prayers so that we all can hear these stories in the right mood, and then we'll get started with a very interesting character. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanachakshurunmilitana Tasmai Shri Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yet Krupatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mishwaram Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Swami Nitinamne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everybody together. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where's everybody?
Very nice. Okay. So characters from the great epic Mahabharata and life lessons. I'm going to do something interesting now. We're going to have a poll. Okay. The poll will show up on your screen. The question is, can you all see what's the poll question? You can see.
Yes,
Okay. Who's the hero of Mahabharata? Give your answers. You have so many choices. Is it Bhima? Is it Arjun? Is it Yudhishthir, Karna, Bhishma, Draupadi, Krishna? Who do you think is the hero of Mahabharata? If you don't know Mahabharata, just take a random guess.
Krishna.
Okay.
Krishna.
Okay, click on your screen and tell us. You know, you don't tell
Everyone
us.
knows it.
Oh, come on. Some people also.
I did it when you quickly did it. I just press the below one. Because it's Krishna.
Mataji, I'm not able to do it because I'm the host. That's why.
Oh, really? You can't do it if you're the host?
Yeah, Mataji, she was not able to do it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it says 100%, 75% participated. Okay. Okay. I'm going to end the poll. Let's see who got. Share results. What happened? Did we see the results? Oh, Krishna got 80%, Arjun 30%, and Bhima only 7%. I thought Bhima was the hero. You know, Bhima single-handedly killed all the Kauravas. Do you know that? He's the strong one. But then our Krishna is the real hero because he's the supreme personality of Godhead. And without Krishna, nothing could have happened. What do you think these Pandavas could have done? They couldn't have done anything. So the real,
Mataji, did you see my name up
yeah,
at the answers?
yeah, I saw Palvat also answered. Yeah. Actually, I like Bhima, okay? But then this is here we have Krishna. Okay, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and he's the one who orchestrated the entire story of the Mahabharata. So there are many characters. All these characters are very important, and we are going to learn about each of these different characters. And because you all chose Krishna to be the hero, today we will discuss about Krishna. So, in one word, if you have to describe Krishna, what would it be? Randomly, you can say. In
The
one word.
supreme personality of Godhead.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Godhead. The Supreme
Yeah.
Personality of
Yes.
Godhead. Godhead.
Ah. Okay.
Blue color?
Krishna is indeed the supreme personality of
Mataji?
Godhead.
Best friend.
Mataji,
color.
I will
Lord.
say, Mataji, I would say all attractive.
Say something.
Ah,
For
yes.
Krishna.
Okay. So,
Listen.
anybody knows how Krishna is described in Srimad? Has anyone heard about Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam?
Mataji.
Yes.
Yes.
Mataji? Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Bhagavatam, how Krishna is introduced. He's introduced as the chariot driver of Arjuna. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, he's introduced as the chariot driver of Arjuna. That's the first introduction that the book gives of Krishna. But in the Mahabharata, you know where Krishna appears for the first time? Of course, Krishna is born, he's raised, all that happens. But then in this epic Mahabharata, the first time Krishna enters is during the Swayamvar of Draupadi. Now, what is a Swayamvar? Swayamvar is a ceremony in which the girl chooses her husband. Okay, so that's called a Swayamvar. It used to happen in ancient India, especially for princesses. They used to choose their husband. So there was
Princess.
there was a very, very beautiful woman by the name Draupadi. She was also called as Krishna. Krishna means dark complexion. She was exquisitely beautiful, very, very beautiful, but she had a nice dark complexion. So she was dusky in complexion. She emerged out of fire. So it was her Swayamvar. That means she was ready to choose her husband. So there was a big arena. Many kings came to that Swayamvar. Many, many people had come from all over the world. And in that Swayamvar, there were 5 boys who had also come. Okay, 5 men. We call them men, not boys. 5 men had come. These 5 men were called as the Pandavas. Okay, the Pandavas are Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev. 5 boys, 5 men. They were all brothers. But at that point in time, the Pandavas were living in the forest. They were sent out of the kingdom. So sad. You know, they were in exile along with their mother, Kunti. So what these Pandavas did is they came in the guise of Brahmins. They were Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas means kings, okay? But they came in the guise of Brahmanas. Brahmanas are teachers, like people who read scriptures and teach. So like that, they dressed in the form of Brahmanas and they came unnoticed into that arena because they all wanted to see if they could win the hand of Draupadi. At the same time, so many others came from all over the world, and Krishna and his brother Balaram were also present in that ceremony. So that is the grand introduction of Krishna. So now one may ask, why did Krishna come there? Does he want to win Draupadi's hand? No. Krishna came because he was just invited. He just came to observe the ceremony. He and his brother, they had come to observe the ceremony. At that time, Krishna was looking around and he spotted these 5 men, 5 Brahmana men. And he very carefully noticed them. And he could understand that these 5 men were not ordinary. He could see that they had strong arms and they were looking very handsome. And they were not looking like Brahmanas at all. So he looked at his brother and he tells Balaram, Balaram, look there. Do you see those 5 people? Who do you think they are? Actually, they are the 5 Pandavas. And now they are in the forest incognito. Incognito means they are hiding. They are come dressed as Brahmins, but they don't want their identity to be known. Why they didn't want their identity to be known? Because this Duryodhan, he had sent them to the forest. Okay, Duryodhan took over the kingdom and he sent the 5 Pandavas to the forest. So in a hiding way, these 5 had come to the Swayamvar. So Krishna found out, he said, they are the 5 Pandavas. And at that point in time, they thought that the 5 Pandavas were dead. Many people were thinking they were dead. Because there was a big fire accident that happened when they were in the forest. And this fire accident was purposely done by the cousin of the Pandavas. His name was the bad boy. His name was Duryodhan. Okay. He created that fire accident so that these 5 Pandavas should not exist in the forest. But then they escaped from that fire and they had dressed as Brahmanas and they sneaked into this place. So Krishna looked at Balaram and said, you know, there are some rumors that the 5 Pandavas escaped from the fire. They are alive. Look, brother, these are the 5 Pandavas. So he shows the 5 Pandavas and Balaram looks at them and he said, oh, yes, yes, yes. It appears that they are alive. I'm so happy. And both of them said, it's a secret, keep quiet. Okay. So then the Swayamvar ceremony began. Swayamvar ceremony is a ceremony where all the men, they show their prowess. So a task was given to all these men that they had to shoot the eye of a moving wooden fish, looking at the reflection in a pond of water. So many men came and they were trying to shoot and they were not able to do anything. But then after all the Kshatriyas failed, finally the father of Draupadi said, is there anybody at all who can do this? And then finally from the side of the Brahmanas, Arjuna got up. Arjun is the third of the Pandavas. He was a great warrior, okay? He could shoot arrows very nicely. So he got up and everybody applauded. They said, hey, a Brahman is coming. Because Brahmanas don't shoot arrows. They sit and do Vedapatan. That means they teach Vedas. But he got up. Actually, he's a Kshatriya, right? He's in the guise of a Brahmin. So he got up and everybody cheered him. Some Kshatriyas were telling, hey, he's a Brahmin. He cannot come and participate in the war, in the game. But then, Draupadi's father said, it's still okay. Let him take a shot. So Arjun goes and the first thing he does is he prays to Krishna. He knows that his cousin is Krishna and his cousin is God. So he prays to Krishna, Krishna, help me. I wish I'm able to win this game. So he shoots the arrow and it goes and it hits the eye of that fish, wooden fish that is rotating, and he wins the hand of Draupadi. Okay. At that time, everybody, they started attacking the father of Draupadi, saying, how can you give your daughter to some random Brahmin who just shows up? At that time, Bhima, he picks a huge tree. Bhima was very strong. Okay. So he picks a huge tree and he guards the father of Draupadi and he says, nobody can come near him. And then Arjuna, he takes up his arrows and he starts shooting anyone who came to disturb the place. So at that time, Krishna said, look, Balaram, I told you, this is none other than Arjuna and Bhima. Who else can be so powerful to uproot trees? Who else is so better skilled than Arjun? This is indeed Arjun and Bhima. So like this, Krishna, he tells Balaram that we have found the 5 Pandavas. But anyhow, the marriage happens. I mean, marriage means what? Arjuna just takes away Draupadi, okay? And the 5 Pandavas, they take Draupadi and they go to their ashram and they go and tell their mother, mother, we found something. We got a gift today. And the mother said, share it. They were all shocked. How can you say share it? She's a woman. How can we share her? But then there is a situation, and Krishna at that time he comes in. Okay? He comes and he says, actually, this it's okay. Whatever your mother said is correct, and the 5 of you can marry Draupadi. Now, at that time, before they left the assembly, all the people, they were fighting. They were fighting with one another, saying that this Brahmin cannot take away Draupadi. It is not fair. They all started screaming and they were fighting and they were shooting arrows and they were behaving very, very badly. So at that time, Krishna, he stopped everybody and he spoke very nicely. He said, "Oh dear kings, this lady, she has been won by the Brahmin and there is no need for fighting. So let us not unnecessarily make a scene out of this. Let us not destroy the happy moments that this family is having." So like this, with gentle words and arguments, Krishna, he avoided all the kings from aggressively fighting with each other. Okay. And they all dropped their weapons and they listened to Krishna. So this is the first incident that is described of Krishna in the Mahabharata. The first quality he showed is he was a good observer. He could understand what was happening around him. He could immediately identify these are the 5 Pandavas. And not only that, when there was a big problem in the arena, everybody was fighting with each other, Krishna stopped everybody and he resolved all the conflicts that the kings were having. How did he resolve the conflict? He spoke gently. Okay? He spoke very nicely, very softly, very nicely. He spoke convincingly. He was very fair. He didn't take sides. He was telling logically how that, poor Drupada, he has arranged this big event. So don't spoil his event. Let him be happy. So like that, he was showing empathy towards Drupad Maharaj, who was the father of Draupadi, and he resolved the conflict in that region. Then all the kings, they calmed down and they went away. The 5 Pandavas took Draupadi and their mother said, all the 5 of you can marry, and they married Draupadi. Okay. So this is the first quality that we learn from Krishna in the first entry that Krishna made, which is conflict resolution. Now, when Draupadi was taken and their mother said, all the 5 of you marry. At that time, Krishna, he enters the ashram. He follows them. He goes inside and he enters the house where they were. Because everybody was confused. How can the 5 of us marry Draupadi? They were all thinking like that. And then Krishna, he goes inside and he first introduces himself. Okay, he introduces himself because the Pandavas have not seen Krishna in a very long time. Even the Pandavas' mother, Kunti, had not seen Krishna in a very long time. So now Krishna had become a very big boy. Okay, he had become very big. So he goes inside the ashram, or ashram means a place where they live in the forest, a small straw hut. Okay, they are living in the forest. And Kunti is telling, no, it's okay. All the 5 Pandavas can actually marry Draupadi. So when they are having this conversation, at that time, Krishna enters and he introduces himself. He says, Hare Krishna, everybody. I am Krishna. And this is my brother, Balaram. He is my elder brother. And when he introduces himself to the Pandavas immediately get up and they are so happy. Finally, they are able to see their cousin face to face. They already knew that their cousin is the Supreme Lord. And now they had the opportunity to see him with their own eyes. So then you see how Krishna behaves with everybody. Krishna, he went and he touched the feet of his elder brother Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir, who was the first of the Pandavas, was older than Krishna. So Krishna went and he touched the feet of Yudhishthir Maharaj. And when he saw Bhima and Arjun, he went and embraced them because they were of similar age. Krishna and Arjun were of same age. Okay. So he showed his affection by embracing them. And then Nakula and Sahadev, they went and offered their respects to Krishna because they were younger in age. Nakula and Sahadev were younger to Krishna. Now, though Krishna is the Supreme Lord, depending on the etiquette or depending on the social customs, he behaved according to their appropriate ages. So this is also a very beautiful quality we can learn from Krishna, how to respect everybody. When you see your friends, how do you behave? You embrace them, you hug them, you play with them, and you do all that. When you see your parents, you are very respectful. You don't back answer. You don't speak bad things in front of your parents. You listen to whatever they have to say. You pay your respects to your parents. And when you see people younger than you, little babies, those little babies, they will give you a lot of respect. They are very affectionate towards you. Similarly, Krishna also, though he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, still he showed by example how you should behave with each other. Then the news spread like wildfire that the Pandavas are alive, and Krishna and Balaram spotted the Pandavas. So the news spread like wildfire. Everybody got to know. Even the people in the palace who had banished the Pandavas, even Duryodhan and his brothers, the bad boy, right? I told you one bad boy sent them away. So that boy, his brothers, and then their grandfather, everybody got to know that the Pandavas are alive. So they invited the Pandavas to come back to the kingdom. Now, a Kshatriya or a prince has to rule, right? He needs a piece of land to be the king. So, a small tract of land by the name Varanavrata was given to the Pandavas to rule. Now, what kind of land was this? This land was like a desert. Not a single grass would grow in that land. It was always in drought. No drops of water would also come in that area. It would never rain there. Okay, it was a very, very sad piece of land, and you can't cultivate anything there. Like you can't put crops, you can't grow vegetables, you can't grow fruits, you can't do anything. That kind of land was given to the Pandavas as a gift. And these people said, go and rule that place. So now Yudhishthira became very sad, Yudhishthira and his brothers. They thought, oh, we came back to the city, but then we just have this useless piece of land to rule. But you know what Krishna did for them? Krishna went with them. He went with them and he did a beautiful fire sacrifice to commemorate to do Bhumi Puja. Okay, before you start building a house, many of you here also would know, before you build a house, you do a small puja. You pray to the Lord, oh, I hope that this land is good. I'm able to build a house here. I'm able to live here. So like that, Krishna, he goes along with his friends, his cousins who are the Pandavas, and he does Bhumi Puja. He does a small yajna so that that land is a nice place to live in. When they were doing that yajna, a deity, a god, a form of, a higher being, okay, one deity, he appears from the fire and he bows down in front of Krishna because Krishna is God. He himself was doing this, right? So this person from the fire, the one Devta or a demigod, he appears and he offers his obeisances to Krishna and he asks Krishna, what can I do for you? Then Krishna, he says that I request that heavenly nectar is sprayed across this land so that this land becomes fertile. Now, this person was a representative of Indra. Indra is the king of the demigods. He's in heaven. Okay. So Indra empowered this demigod to spray nectar. Nectar means something that is nourishing. Okay. So he sprays nectar in that entire land and magically that entire land becomes very fertile. And it becomes fit for growing crops. Now, why do you have to grow crops, fruits, vegetables, rice, wheat? Because only then you can feed the people there. If there is nothing, then how will you get food, right? So this, by the power of that yajna or that sacrifice, the entire land is sprinkled with nectar and crops start growing. So the land becomes fertile by Krishna's mercy. Krishna performs this for the sake of his cousins. This is the next favor Krishna does. So from this, what do we understand? We understand that the Lord is very merciful. Krishna is very merciful. Sometimes we think, I have so many problems. Is this Krishna even listening to me? Is he really going to help me? Sometimes we don't have faith. But then we should remember from this that Krishna understands our problems. Okay? He really understands. And he has the capability. See, you see, sometimes some people can empathize with us. They can listen to our problems, but they cannot resolve our problem. They don't know how to give a solution. But Krishna, he understands our problems. He has the capability to resolve the problem, and he also has the intention to help us. Some people, they will understand our problem and they will be capable of solving the problem, but they will not have any intention to help us. They will think, "Arey, what problem? Yeah, I don't want to deal with this person," like that. But Krishna understands. He has the capability. He's very, very powerful. He can do anything. He can even summon Indra and make the land fertile. And he has the intention to help us. He's always thinking about us. He intends to help us. It's not that Krishna just leaves us in this material world and he forgets about us. He has true intentions to us. Okay, he has exhibited this quality for the sake of his friends who are the Pandavas. Then, when they were living in this Indraprastha, this Khandava Prashtha came to be known as Indraprastha. Indraprastha means the land that was given by Indra. Because of Indra's mercy only, it became fertile, right? So it came to be known as Indraprastha. Let me ask a question. I'm just talking, but I'll ask you a quick general knowledge question. You know the modern name for Indraprastha, what Indraprastha is called today? Anybody? Any guesses? It's in India. It's the capital of India.
Oh,
Delhi.
what?
You know something? Indraprastha was the capital of the Kauravas at that time, of the Kurus. I mean, basically the Pandavas. And even today, the same Indraprastha is the capital of India. It's called as New Delhi. Cool fact. Okay. Now, I told you that in that Indraprastha, that land, many parts of the land was not habitable. There was one section of the land that was a dense forest. It was called as the Khandava forest. And it so happened that one day, as they were strolling, Arjun and Krishna, the third brother, and Krishna, they were just taking a walk. When they were walking, they came to this forest. There, suddenly, an old man, he had a golden complexion. He was looking very fiery. He came and he fell at the feet of Arjun and Krishna. And he told them, "I'm very, very hungry. I'm Agni." Okay, Agni means fire. He was the fire god. So he comes and tells, "I'm very, very hungry and I'm suffering indigestion. I'm having a bad tummy because I consume a lot of ghee." Ghee, you all know, you all eat ghee, right? If you eat a lot of ghee, what will happen is your stomach will not function properly. But if you don't eat ghee, also your stomach will not function properly. You should eat a little ghee every day. Okay, it's very healthy. Eat little ghee with rice, very, very healthy. Or chapati, whatever you like to eat. So some little bit butter or ghee is always healthy. But if you overdo it, then you can't digest food properly. So what happened to this Agni? Because everybody pours ghee inside fire while doing sacrifices, he had indigestion. So he went and told, to compensate for this indigestion, I have to eat a lot of food. Only then this digestion problem will get solved. So he goes and tells Arjun and Krishna, I know you both are very capable of helping me. You're great warriors. So I want to burn up this entire forest and eat it. How does fire eat something? By burning it. Okay. So he says, I want to burn down this forest. But you both should help me. You both should help me by guarding this area so that not a single living entity can escape from here. So because Agni did Sharanagati, that means he went and fell at the feet, Arjuna and Krishna said, okay, deal. So now you can start eating up this forest. So Agni burns the entire forest. The fire god, he consumes everything in the forest. And then Indra, he appears in the sea. Okay. Indra also comes and he sees what is happening. And actually, he wanted to save one particular snake who was trying to escape. Indra's friend, okay, he was trying to escape. But then somehow there is a fight that happens between them. And then Agni explains the situation and he says that, no, I have come here. I've taken shelter of Krishna and Arjuna. So I'm the one who requested it. And finally, Indra gives in. He says it's okay. Let Arjuna and Krishna do their job. So because Indra comes in person, Indra, he tells Arjuna and Krishna, you can take some boons from me. Okay. So at that time, you know what Krishna asked from Indra? Everyone will be thinking, what do I need? I need the latest video game. I need the latest cell phone. I need the latest Lego piece. What is that? Lego set. This is how we would think. But then the Supreme Lord, when Indra told him, take any benediction you want, I want to give you a boon. At that time, Krishna asked, you know what I need? I just need friendship with Arjuna. My friendship with Arjun should last forever. That is the only boon I need. Now, who is asking this boon? It is the Supreme Lord. He is even the controller of Indra. He is greater than Indra. But still, when he sees Indra and Indra is telling, I want to give you both a boon, immediately Krishna says, yes, I want friendship with my friend forever. So this is the nature of Krishna. He likes friendship. And he likes friendship with his dear devotees. Okay. Then there was another demon by the name Mayadanava. He was also present in this incident. He also appeared in front of Krishna and Arjuna. And Mayadanava, he actually surrenders to Arjuna and Krishna and asks for some help. So at that time, Maya also wants to give a benediction. He also says, I want to give you a benediction. So Arjuna, at that time, he says that, see, you're telling me that you want to give me a benediction. So if you want to give me a benediction or a boon, the boon that I ask is, do something that Krishna will. Whatever boon you want to give me, whatever blessing, whatever boon you want to give me, don't give it to me, give it to Krishna, so that Krishna is very, very happy. So Krishna, he smiles and he says, oh, you want to give me a boon instead? Then what I want to do is, I want you to build a beautiful palace for my brother Yudhishthir, for my cousin Yudhishthir. Build a very, very beautiful palace so that my 5 cousins can live happy. So you see how Krishna deals with his cousins, his friends. He's always thinking about their welfare. Even if he can get a boon, not that Krishna is in need of boons, but still he's always thinking about the welfare of Arjuna. He's always thinking, oh, my cousin, eldest cousin Yudhishthir, he doesn't even have a proper palace to live. So Mayadanava, you're a big architect. Why don't you build a beautiful palace for Yudhishthir? And how is Arjun thinking? Arjun is constantly thinking, let me please Krishna. I don't want to take anything for myself. But if Krishna is happy, I am happy. So this is the nature of a devotee and Krishna. The devotee is always thinking, I want to make Krishna happy. What is Krishna thinking? Krishna is always thinking, let me do something for my devotee. Let me do something for Arjuna. Let me do something for Yudhishthira Maharaj. Like that. Okay. So this went on. So these are some things we can learn from these characters. See, Krishna is so magnanimous. He wants to give. He wants to give to his devotees. So we should also get inspired and learn some qualities from Krishna. Let's see what else is there. Taking consultation. So what happened after this incident was over and a beautiful palace was built for Yudhishthir? It so happened that, remember I told you about one bad boy, his name is Duryodhan. He came to that palace and he saw the palace and he became very jealous. He was thinking, hey, my eldest cousin Yudhishthir, he has all this fortune. How come I'm not having a palace like this? So he became very, very envious. He got very envious and he called for a gambling match. Okay. And he defeated the Pandavas. It's a bad activity to do.
Mom, फिर से problem आ गया.
Yeah, it's okay. So he called for a gambling match and he defeated the Pandavas. He defeated the Pandavas and he sent them on exile. Okay, so the Pandavas were in exile for a very, very long time. But before the gambling match had happened, because Yudhishthir was in the palace in his new kingdom, Indraprastha, he wanted to conduct a sacrifice called as Rajasuya. Before all this gambling and all happened, he wanted to conduct a big festival called as the Rajasuya Yajna. Now, when you have to conduct a sacrifice like the Rajasuya Yajna, you should invite all the kings. And all the kings should come and they should accept that you are the greatest. Okay. This Duryodhan also had come. He started building envy in his mind. He was getting envious in his mind. He was thinking, I don't like what all they are getting. I'm feeling very jealous. Like that he was feeling. At the same time, before he could call them for a gambling match, Yudhishthir Maharaj wanted to conduct a big sacrifice. Sacrifice was like a festival in those days. So he wanted to conduct a big festival. For that, he wanted to invite all the kings to come. Now, at the end of that sacrifice, it would be declared that Yudhishthir is the biggest of all kings. He is the emperor. Okay, that is the result of that Rajasuya Yajna. Now, there could be some kings who are not willing to bow down their head to Yudhishthir. Like there was a king by the name Jarasandha. Now, this Jarasandha, he always had conflicts with many people. He had problems with many kings. Many kings were jailed by him. Okay, he was ill-treating many people. He was a very, very bad, very rude king. He had also fought with Krishna many times. Okay, so this Jarasandha, he had to be defeated because he would not agree to Yudhishthir becoming the biggest of all, Yudhishthir becoming the emperor. He would not agree to it. So there was one problem that was happening. At the same time, Krishna was also invited to come and participate in the Rajasuya Yajna. Now, Krishna was very favorable to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He wanted to help his cousin. He was very, very favorable. He wanted to come. Now, Krishna had to come from Dwaraka, from his place, to Indraprastha to bless Yudhishthir for the sacrifice. At the same time, there was a problem. This Jarasandha, this bad guy, he would create a lot of issues in the yajna. So, Krishna had to deal with Jarasandha. At the same time, he had to accept the invitation to come to the Rajasuya Yajna that was conducted by Yudhishthir. Okay, this is a complicated situation. I will repeat. Because I know your children, it's hard to follow the story. But here is the story. Krishna had to come to attend a big festival that was conducted by his cousin Yudhishthir. At the same time, there was another king by the name Jarasandha who was causing some problems. Now, this Jarasandha had to be defeated. At the same time, Krishna had to also come to the festival. So how is he going to accomplish these two? Two things were there. How is he going to accomplish? So Krishna was thinking. Now, who's Krishna? He's God. He knows what to do already. Okay. But still, he takes a very humble position and he asks his minister Uddhava. Uddhava was another friend of Krishna. So very humbly, he asks Uddhava, what should we do? We have two tasks in hand. What shall we do? Then Uddhava gives him advice. Uddhava tells Krishna, my dear Krishna, actually both can be accomplished at the same time. You can first go to Indraprastha, take Bhima and Arjuna with you, go to this Magadha kingdom go to the kingdom where this Jarasandha is there, and then defeat Jarasandha in a way that he will not interfere in the sacrifice. So Uddhava gives him a plan to execute in a way that everything can be accomplished. And Krishna listens to Uddhava and he executes the plan. So this is something we learn from Krishna. Krishna is very intelligent. He's God. He's in control of everything. He knows past, present, future, everything. But still, very, very innocently, he takes advice. So many of us, we think we know everything. Of course, we could be knowing everything. But then, if there are some experts around us, Like, for example, you are all children. You know many things, okay? You're all very smart. But then when you're confused, you go and ask your parents, Amma, what should I do now? Should I complete my homework? Or should I go and play outside because my friends will go away in another 1 hour? What should I do? Then your mom tells you, okay, don't worry. Go play for 1 hour, come back and complete your homework. That's how your mom would guide you, right? Like that, Krishna very lovingly, see, you also know that answer. You also know very nicely. In 1 hour, if you go play, come back, you can complete your homework. You know, but still you ask your parent. You still go and ask mom because you think mom knows best, right? Like that, Krishna also, he knew what to do. But still he consulted with his minister and his minister gave a very good idea. And then he goes to Indraprastha. He goes to his cousin. He picks up his two cousins, Bhima and Arjun, and they go to meet Jarasandha. And this time also, Krishna, Arjun, Bhima, three of them, they go like Brahmins. Why? Because Jarasandha, if they wanted to fight with Jarasandha and conquer him, that was their agenda. Now, if they go as Kshatriyas, Jarasandha may identify them and tell, I don't want to fight with you. I know you have a plan. Okay, so he might not fight. But then the three of them, they go like Brahmins and they go and beg Jarasandha for a favor. Now, Jarasandha was very, very good to Brahmanas. So when he saw three Brahmanas asking for a favor, he said, oh, Brahmins, I will fulfill whatever you want. And then the three of them said, we want to fight with you. Now Jarasandha started thinking, these are not Brahmins. These are they are coming with a plan. So he says, I will fight with one person. And he looks at the three of them and he picks Bhima. Bhima was very strong, huge bit, okay? You're going to soon learn about Bhima in the next few sessions. So he picks Bhima and Jarasandha, they start wrestling with each other. They are having a big match for 28 days. Continuously, they are fighting with each other and not a single person was winning. Then, you know what Krishna did? He picked up a straw. He picked up a small stick. And then he split that stick into two vertically. Like you see in this picture, he's holding a stick and he tore that stick apart and he threw it in opposite directions. So he was telling Bhima, if you want to win over this Jarasandha, you have to split him, catch him from the leg, split him into two and throw him in opposite direction. That is the only way you can conquer him because there was a secret in the birth of Jarasandha. When Jarasandha was a baby, his mother, okay, this is kind of weird, but it's only a story. I mean, don't worry too much about it. It's not going to happen today, okay? His mother gave birth to two halves of the baby. And the two halves of the baby got joined together by a demoness by the name Jara. She had some magical powers. She put the two pieces of the baby together and the baby came to life. So the way to destroy Jarasandha was to split the two pieces. This secret Krishna knew. He had the presence of mind. Okay, so he exhibits presence of mind by picking a stick and tearing it into two and indicating to Bhima, Bhima, look, this is the way you can actually destroy Jarasandha. So this is the expert presence of mind of Krishna, and Krishna knew how to convey what he wanted to say. Sometimes when we want to tell a secret, right, we are very awkward. We don't know how to tell the secret to our friend. But Krishna, in the form of picking a stick and doing like that, he was able to tell a secret. So this is another thing we can learn from Krishna. How to apply, your presence of mind and how to communicate without speaking. There are different ways of communicating. You can communicate with your eyes. You can communicate with your smile. You can communicate by frowning your eyebrows. There are different ways of communicating. So Krishna, without speaking out the secret, he communicates to Bhima how to kill Jarasandha. Another beautiful thing you learn from Krishna in this incident. Okay. Now, the Rajasuya Yajna began. Rajasuya Yajna, as I said, is a big ceremony where it will be announced Yudhishthira is the emperor of the world. And everybody came. Of course, Jarasandha was defeated, but Krishna was invited. So many people were invited. They all came. Duryodhana was still very envious. He was thinking, I'm going to take away all this wealth. I'll call this Yudhishthir for a gambling match and I'll send him to the forest. He was thinking like that. Still in his mind, this thought is going on. But then so many people had come, even Duryodhan had come, okay, because he just wanted to see what's happening. Everybody came, and Krishna also came. You know what service Krishna took up at that time in the Rajasuya Yajna? He took the humble position of a person who welcomes the guests, and with his own lotus hands, he would wash the feet of all the Brahmanas who had come. So this, and the guests. So imagine he's God. Everybody is washing his feet. Everybody is doing Abhishek for Krishna. But Krishna, he loves his devotees so much. He loves all the living entities so much that he takes the position of a humble servant and he washes the feet, because everybody has taken a long journey and they have come to this place. So he respects that, he values that. Everybody is tired. So he personally takes care of each and every guest. He washes their feet and he welcomes them. So Krishna is very, very humble. Though he is great, he comes down to our position to interact with us. Okay. And he becomes very easily obtainable. It's not that though he comes down and he interacts with us, he still maintains his greatness. You know, he's like always like, okay, I'm a great person, you know, deal with me with a distance. He's not like that. He becomes like one of us. He interacts with us very lovingly. That is the greatness of Krishna. And the same Krishna in the Rajasuya Yajna, they were all thinking, who is the person who should receive the first worship? All of them were discussing among themselves. And many people suggested many names. But then Bhishma and Sahadev, who was the last brother of the 5 Pandavas, they both said that it should be Krishna, because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So everybody decided to worship Krishna first. Krishna was worshipping all the devotees, and the devotee leaders, they decided that the first puja should actually go to Krishna. At this time, there was one bad guy by the name Shishupal. He was another cousin of Krishna. He was very angry. He said, no. This Krishna, he's a cheater, he's a stealer, he's got all the bad qualities. And he started blaspheming Krishna. So Krishna at one point, he kept counting till 100 offenses were over. And then Krishna released his Sudarshan Chakra and he beheaded Shishupal. But Shishupala, he attained liberation. That means he attained the spiritual world because of the mercy of Krishna. So Krishna is great. He's the well-wisher of all the living entities. He serves everybody menially, and the devotees also serve him. But then even when he's punishing somebody, he punishes with love. He gave liberation even to the worst of the people. So that is the glory of the Supreme Lord. Even his punishment is filled with affection. Okay. We're going quickly with so many stories, but I have to stop here. There are so many stories I can keep telling. I will send the slides to you so you can go through these stories. And I have been told I should stop exactly on time. Okay. So I will tell one more story and then I'll show you a quick activity, how to do AI images. It's going to be fun. Okay. I teach you that. But then two more stories and we'll stop. One day, Krishna, when he was in the palace of Indraprastha, of Yudhishthir's palace, he was cutting a fruit. Okay. At that time, suddenly, while sometimes, you know, even kids, right, we try to cut something and we cut a finger. We make a mark on the finger. So like that, when Krishna was cutting a fruit, by mistake, he cut the edge of his finger and it started bleeding. Blood started flowing out. And at that time, Draupadi, who's the wife of the Pandavas, she saw that blood was coming out of Krishna's finger, and immediately she tore a piece of a sari and she tied it so that the blood stops flowing. At that time, Krishna, he thought, oh, my friend, you did so much for me. When it is time, I will also reciprocate with you. And later, when the same Draupadi was treated very badly by the Duryodhana and his brothers, they were trying to remove her sari. At that time, Krishna, he blesses her and he himself takes the incarnation of a sari and he comes and he wraps Draupadi and he protects her. We'll read of this beautiful prayer of Draupadi. I will send you the slides. You can memorize the prayer at your ease. Okay. So after this prayer, we will stop because there are so many pastimes I put together. With Draupadi itself, there are hundreds of pastimes of Krishna, which is very sweet, very relishable. But we will just read this and then we'll do our activity. Govinda Dwaraka Vasin Krishna Gopi Jana Priya Kauravaihi Paribhutam Mam Kim Na Janasi Keshava He Nata He Ramanata Brajanata Artinashana Kauravarnava Bhagnam Mam Udharsva Janardana Krishna Krishna Mahayogin Vishmatmam Vishvabhavana Prapannam Pagi Govinda Kuru Madhye Vasidati. So she calls her to Krishna, Krishna Krishna Mahayogi. You please, I am a Prapanna. That means I have surrendered unto you. You please help me. Because at that point in time, when Draupadi's sari was removed by all these bad people, nobody was able to help. And she raises both her hands and she calls out to Krishna. And Krishna comes in the form of an unlimited sari. And he saves Draupadi in her precarious condition. So like this, Krishna has protected. Krishna's omnipresence is there. Krishna is present everywhere. When we call out for help with all our heart, we throw our arms up in full surrender and we do Sharanagati to Krishna, Krishna will definitely protect. Krishna, in fact, protected Draupadi even once when she was in the forest. Now, it's a very famous story that there was a sage who came and he wanted to eat. He came with 10,000 disciples. His name is Durvas. He comes in the forest and he asks Draupadi for food, but Draupadi's pot was empty. She didn't even have a piece of grain. But then suddenly Krishna, miraculously, he appeared in the forest and he asked Draupadi, I'm feeling hungry, give me something. And Draupadi was like, why are you doing this to us, Krishna? Already we don't know how to feed these sages. Now you are also asking for prasadam. How can I give you? I don't have anything. So at that time, Krishna tells her, I know you don't wash pots properly. Give the pot that you have. And there was a small piece of shak and rice, that is, spinach rice. So he picks that, he puts it in his mouth, and all the sages felt full. Because when Krishna is satisfied, the whole world is satisfied. So we should never doubt Krishna's omnipresence. He's everywhere. And when Krishna is happy, everybody is happy. So like this, Krishna helped the Pandavas in various ways. He came up with different war strategies. He spoke the Bhagavad Gita and he orchestrated all these strategies. That is, he gave different ideas and he stood in the front and helped everybody. So he was an expert leader. As a leader, he just didn't give suggestions. Hey, do this, do that. And then he didn't stay back in the house. He came in the forefront and he showed as an example how to execute the ideas that he had given. So like this, there are so many stories, so many take-home lessons from the life of Krishna, but we have 10 minutes. So I will teach you how to use artificial intelligence, Copilot. Okay. So let's try this. I'm going to give you a prompt. Let's all do this together. I have sent the link on the WhatsApp group. If you all remember, if your parents can give it to you. Let me see if I can put it back on this chat. So click on this link that I'll send on the chat. It's called copilot.microsoft.com. If you click on this chat, chat message. Yeah, click on this link. Okay, I will screen share and show you how to do it. And then you can generate images and send it on the WhatsApp.
Mataji, can you put in the chat box that link, Mataji, please?
I just put it.
Already put. Sorry, I did not check.
Okay. So when you click on that link, you see this? All of you see the screen now? I've started screen sharing. When you click on that link, on the side, you'll have Copilot, Designer, Vacation Planner, Cooking Assistants, and Fitness Trainer. So all this is there. So you can either use this Copilot itself, or you can go to Designer. You can use either of this. Okay. What should we do? Should we use this or this? Maybe we'll go to Designer. Here, when you click on Designer, you come here, the chat box that is there here, or you can stay on Copilot page itself and go to the chat box, or go to the Designer and click here. Click on the chat box and then give a prompt. That means you're giving a command. You're telling Copilot what to do, what to design. So you type, create an image of baby Krishna eating butter. Okay. Now I'll tell you some cool tricks. Use words like baby, or you can use words like cartoon. These will create cute images for you. If you just put a prompt, create an image of Krishna eating butter, it won't look nice. The images will be an old Krishna eating butter. I won't say old, but a 16-year-old Krishna eating butter. That's not fun. You want baby images, cute images, or cartoon images. This is what you want. Okay. And don't worry, this is kids friendly. Even if you use bad, negative words, Copilot will not respond. Copilot is very sensitive. Okay. Only for good prompts it will respond. If you're misusing Copilot, it will say, I will not generate. It will get angry. So be careful with Copilot. Don't use anything negative. No negative words should be used. Only positivity. Okay. So we say, create an image of baby Krishna eating butter. One example I'll show you. Okay. You can try it parallelly or try it after the class and send images, and let's see how much images you all have generated. I will show you 4 nice prompts. Use nice, pleasant, Krishna conscious prompts. Okay. Don't use AI for everything. You can use to generate images of Krishna, Radharani, like that. Here. Now what will happen? Okay. Damn. Okay. Here. Sorry. Oh, wait, I'm not signed in. This is very bad. I thought I can just start off like this. Sorry, children. Let me use my Copilot. I have my app. I'll just use it directly from there. Okay. So Designer, I'm on Designer, and I'm going to say, create an image of baby Krishna eating butter. Wait for the image to come. So
Mataji, where are you using, Mataji? Are you using from the desktop or from the phone?
Desktop.
Mataji, I can't see what you typed now.
Oh, you can't see? Oh, sorry. I have to share screen again then. So you have to be signed in, meaning you just create a sign in. Don't forget to create a sign in. If you do not sign in, it will not create an image for you. Now you can see my screen.
Yes, Mataji. Now we can see the images already created. Yes.
Yeah. So let me do it again. Create and one more command. Okay, image of baby Krishna with mother Yashoda. Okay. Let's say Yashoda. So it will, you don't click on the stop responding, let it respond. It will say, I will try to create it. And then keep waiting. Okay. 4 images will be created. Let's see what comes. See? You can choose the best image. This is
Those look really nice.
This is beautiful, right? This is the coolest image, actually. This is the best. See, 4 random images will be created. Some images may not be appropriate. Like, what is this? We don't even understand what this is. So you don't have to choose this image. You can't choose this image also. So you can choose this image. This looks like mother and this is the baby, right? So you can choose that image and you can post it. Now, Copilot is not so intelligent that it will always give you 4 perfect images. It will give you 1 perfect image. So you choose that perfect image and you share it. We'll do one more. Create an image of baby. I'm going to use baby Krishna entering the forest with his baby brother Balarama. Okay. Let's see what happens. You can see my screen, right? My prompt.
It's not doing it for me.
Mataji, we can see that. We can clearly see.
You can see here. See, it's generating on the side.
It says I have to sign in for it.
You have to sign in, yes. Otherwise, you have to download the Copilot app and use it.
Oh no.
Okay, see. Now you see Krishna and Balaram. They are going to the forest.
No, you ask your parents to sign in. Okay, put them.
Krishna and Balaram are entering the forest. This is a very cute
Oh.
image. I'll show you one more prompt. We'll do cartoon this time, okay? Create, let's see. Create, instead of baby, I'm going to use cartoon. Create an image of, create a cartoon image of Krishna holding butter in a pot. Let's see what comes up. Look at this. That's funny. Yeah, this is cute.
Very funny images, Mataji.
My mom's not letting me to make
No,
it.
you will make from the first. You have to watch how to make. Then we're gonna make it.
I didn't know how to make it.
Yeah, like that. So then let's do one more. Create a cartoon. We'll go to cartoon again. Image. Let's see if this picks up, okay? Image of the 5 Pandavas. Let's see what comes. So your two words that you want to use is baby or cartoon. That way you get cute images. You won't get weird, awkward images, okay? And you can create the entire Krishna Leela, right from his birth till his last days. You can create the entire Krishna Leela. Of course, if you want an older Krishna, you say young Krishna. Don't say old Krishna, say young Krishna. Now, this is a scary image. Everybody has beard and all that. Okay, so sometimes you're not satisfied with the 4 images. So you can start giving better commands. So what do? You just say, create an image of the 5 Pandavas. You don't want them to look so rugged, right? So you say, young Pandavas. Okay, if you put young, maybe they look cuter. So let's see how it goes. And you see this, there are some suggestions like add some animals, make them holding bows and arrows, change to a sunny day. So you can add all these. This is cute. I like this. Look at this. So when you use words like cute, young, then you say baby, all this will make the images very pleasant and nice. 5 Pandavas, they look so cute, right? They look like cartoon characters. I like this very much. See, all of them are looking so handsome and so nice. 5 Pandavas, like that. And you pick the best image and you can share it. Okay. So this is your activity for today and it's time. So I have to stop. I said so many stories. I don't even know if you followed these stories, but there is a lot of lessons you can
Mataji,
learn.
some kids are sharing. See, there is one kid who already did it.
Yeah, that's odd.
How do I see?
Oh,
Look
okay,
at
okay. It's Adya, Harita Mataji's daughter.
very nice. Awesome. See, like you use Copilot. So this is Copilot for you. And there are
so many of these.
what is it?
I need so many of these.
Yeah.
And all of you are in the WhatsApp group, right? In the summer camp group. Somebody
Yeah,
not
send
just
your
randomly
babies
joined from
summer
somewhere.
camp.
Are you there in WhatsApp group? If not, we can share the link here. Everybody can be in there so that you can share your homework there. Like you all need to create a picture and share it there. So hope
Okay.
you are all there. Mataji, you have handy WhatsApp group link if you want to share here in the.
You want me to send the WhatsApp group link here?
Yeah, in
If
the
they're
chat
not-
box, Mataji, if it is there handy.
Yeah, I'll do that. What is our, it's called as the summer camp, right? Summer
Yes,
camp.
Mataji, summer camp. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Group info. Invite via group link, copy link. Okay. If you're not in the group, get into the group and post the images.
Thank you, Mataji, for such a beautiful start. We all enjoyed all the stories you taught about Krishna and the lessons that we learned from each different pastimes. We enjoyed, Mataji. We'll be looking forward to see the next sessions from the different teachers.
And remember, the next section, next session is the real hero of the entire epic, that is Bhima. Okay. So don't forget Bhima. It'll be fun. Okay.
Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, actually, it actually said I needed to sign in into Copilot, and then I actually did. So I actually am late for making the pictures actually,
Very good. Post those pictures.
but I'm late. I was late to doing it.
No, that's okay. You can post it on the group. Okay. Okay.
Very
So we'll end
nice.
here,
To see.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji.
Very nice to see all beautiful kids. If possible, be on cameras like this so that we can see whom we are teaching. Nice interaction. And one more suggestion is all kids supposed to be joined with their names so that I know whom I'm speaking, not the parents' names. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Vancha.
Mataji, this is
Yes.
one
Yes.
question, Mataji. This class is every day, Monday to Friday?
Thursday, Monday to Thursday, same time. And this will go on for a month.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
How do we send it?
In the chat,
WhatsApp
Pranav,
group.
ask your mom or dad if they have the WhatsApp, ask them to post your picture on WhatsApp. So what you can do is you can copy this, tell your mom to open web.whatsapp.com. That is the web application of WhatsApp. Connect their phones to the web application and paste the picture there. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyavajapati
Thank you, Mataji. Bye.
Prabhat ki jai, Preethi Vilasini Mataji ki jai. Bye bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.